Hello everyone, and welcome to my second episode of medicinal plants harvesting, medicinal and edible plants in England. Today I'm bringing you this beautiful little plant. Is called Cleaver. Sorry for my English pronunciation. It's also known as goosegrass, sticky weed. It's very sticky, you cannot see it, but it is very sticky. I will show you a close-up of the little hairs of it, on all sorts of names in every different part of England, of course. It grows all around Europe and it has lots of medicinal properties. It is thought to be antibacterial, astringent and anti-inflammatory. It's also diuretic and laxative, and is meant to be very good for the immune system. It can be used to, it's edible, of course. You can eat it because of the stickiness and the roughness of the leaf. It's not a good idea to eat it raw. So normally you boil it and add it to soup, but it also can be used to make tonics for the skin. It's very good for skin problems. And it works so much better. So if you sting yourself with a stinging nettle, because of the antibacterial properties, if you just really rub it up, you need to really get the juices out of it. So you really rub it up, you will get green hands. Those juices will stop the itchiness in your skin. So if you ever sting yourself with a stinging nettle, forget about dog leaves and find some lovely sticky cleavers. So yeah, cleavers everyone. Let's collect a little bit. I have brought my basket with me and my scissors so we can collect some of them and we will take them home. Very sticky. They grow in patches, so once you find some, you find a lot, but they are quite seasonal, so they are not all year through, but they do appear in the spring. And they have this circular 7-leaf sort of leaf, as you can see here. Well, as you are aware, I did a little bit of research before going to find our cleavers. I have just recently joined an online course called Foraging in Spring from Eat Weeds. I can put the link in the description of the video. So what we're going to do next is we're going to research it a bit more. I'm going to give you more details, more specific details of the characteristics and the benefits of this plant. We're going to decide what we're going to do with it, which we haven't decided yet. So let's see what we find. In my natural healing remedies and therapies, I have found out that it is good for premenstrual symptoms, apparently, and for all skin infections, especially for psoriasis. And they recommend it in both cases to drink this as an infusion. Now, when we made the dandelion, we did a decoction. For an infusion, you just put the hot water directly on the herb in the pot. You do not bring the herb to boil as such. In my foraging book, they recommend to boil the leaves, to eat them as a normal green, or to add them to the salad. And it says it's very high in vitamin C. And they said that you should use the young leaves. So when I was collecting them, I actually made, normally with all these rough herbs, you better picking up the smaller, younger leaves. So that's why I took my scissors to just cut the top of the plant. So it says to use the leaves before they are starting seeding. So now, April, March is the best time. But when the seeds have come out, apparently they have a coffee-ish flavor. So they're good to make coffee, the seeds. I haven't decided what we are making yet, but I think we need to try an infusion and I think it will be good to try them just in salad, because it's when you get the most of the flavor without mixing them with anything else. And I will look for another third thing to do with it, a little bit more elaborate. You basically can add it to any stew or broth that you're going to make. Later in the week I'm going to make a beef stew, and I will add a little bit of the herb, see if it gives it some flavor. But I have decided that I'm going to make Cleavers tincture, which is basically Cleavers in alcohol, and it's supposed like the alcohol extracts the properties of the Cleavers, and it becomes very strong in its lymphatic diuretic properties. So it's used as treatments for kidney stones and diuretic and detoxifying for the body. So we're going to do that with what we have left over from our salad today, and later in the week I may collect a bit more for the beef stew. This has boiled for a couple of minutes. I don't want to overcook it, so I'm going to drain it and let it cool down, and when it cools down I can add it to my salad. See, I have mixed it with the salad, with the pasta, and I'm going to add it to the salad. It's going to be a salmon and pasta and Cleavers salad. After trying it, I have get rid of the stalks. I have only put the leaves. I think it's a good idea to use them for a salad, and you can just add them to the pasta at the end of the boil. I could actually have added some more, because it looks like a bigger amount, but when I got rid of the stalks, it's less, obviously. Let's see how it tastes with all together. Obviously, I have tried on its own, and it's quite bitter, so I will know it will not be my preference to eat it as a herb. There you go. There it is. That's it. And then?
First impressions. Just a tiny little bit.
I know, but you don't want to put...
First impressions. Can't really taste it.
No, it's quite bitter, so it's good that there's not a lot. You cannot taste it, but you get all the benefits. Some Cleavers in the teapot. They've been washed, obviously. And I'm going to add some boiling water and let it infuse for 10 minutes. Here is the tea. It has a lovely green color. I will probably add some sweetener and lemon before drinking it. It's becoming a lovely infusion there. Have my tea ready. I have added a couple of slices of lemon just to add a bit of citric flavor, which I like. And we're going to use the dandelion honey we made last time instead of sugar for sweetener. Let's give it a try. Has a very watery color. It's an infusion, it's not a decoction like the dandelion, so it's not intense color, but it should still have the flavor. I like it. I'm not sure if it's the lemon, the dandelion honey, or the herb, but it's nice. It has a different taste, definitely. It has like it's a bit like spicy on the back of the throat, and very herby, like almost minty, but not minty. Hello, it's the next day. I am out again because I really enjoyed that tea, so I made a whole lot more today, and I ran out of Cleavers. So I'm going out to get some more Cleavers and to get some more dandelion, actually, because the dandelion honey is going down pretty quick. So I'm going to do some more of that. I like the Cleavers tea mixed with the dandelion honey, like as a sweetener. It's very nice. I am back home now. I'm going to start to clean my cleavers and then chop them to put them in the vodka to make the puncture. Today I went to in a different path, and what I noticed is that some of the cleavers I found were already with flour. So once they have the flour, they become very bitter because all the sweetness goes to the flour itself. So it will be, if you want to try them, it will be worth it to get out as soon as you can now and try to find some before they flour and get bitter. Once they flour, later on what we will do is collect the seeds and try to make a coffee with it, but not yet. This is what I have foraged today. Hopefully with each episode, as I continue learning about all the plants in UK, my basket will start getting fuller and fuller of different types of plants. But today we have cleavers and dandelions. We're going to focus on the cleavers though. This should be more than enough for my tincture, and I have tons more for the new tea I'm addicted to. Now to make the tincture we're going to need a white alcohol. I have here some vodka from Poland that my friend had left in my house long ago. I'm not really too keen on vodka, so it's a good use for it now. It's just less than half left there. Let's say that it will be 1/3 of vodka, and I'm going to try to fill this up all with cleavers. Now this will stay in the bottle for a month. We'll continue shaking it at least a month. And then what you do is you add a little bit of that tincture to a glass of water and drink it every day, and it helps depurate your system, depurate the blood, help the kidneys, help the lymphatic system, and regulate. It's called an alternative medicine because it does regulate the natural state of the body. And now we just need to wait a month for it to be ready. And this was our episode on cleavers. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you learned something new, and I hope you get outside and try to find the sticky plant and maybe put it in a soup, or maybe put it in some scrambled eggs, or maybe put it in a smoothie. Let me know what you've done with it in the comments. If you like it, please subscribe and come visit us again. See you next time. Bye bye.